It's time for our Seen and Unseen segment where we expose the big cultural stories of the day. And for that, we turn to Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo. All right, Raymond, the American Federation of Teachers is having their annual conference. So sad not to be there. And they vowed yesterday to sic lawyers on parents or groups that oppose critical race theory in the classroom. What?
Yeah, and today, Laura, in the name of honest history and promoting critical thinking, the union invited Dr. Ibrahim Kendi to address their teachers. Listen.
We live in a dangerously racist society. There are racist ideas that are swirling around that are teaching darker skinned kids that there's something wrong with them because of the color of their skin. There are ideas that are swirling around teaching white kids that there's something right about them because of the color of their skin.
Hit this. Wait,
Laura,
Raymond.
there's a simple racial lesson all children should learn. We're all children of God. We look different, but we should look inside the person and watch their actions, judge based on that, not on the external wrappings. That's all a child needs at that point. And look, the president of AFT, Randi Weingarten, made this statement at the top of her conference. Watch this, Laura.
Critical race theory is not taught in elementary schools or middle schools or high schools.
But today, during their closed breakout session called Racial Diversity and White Culture, using picture books for anti-racist teaching, the AFT website description reads, "In this session, we will address tactics and tools educators can use to promote anti-racist teaching methods, from reading culturally responsive books and learning about implicit bias in the classroom." So the union suggests using this book. It's intended for 4 to 8-year-olds. It's called Something Happened in Our Town. In it, Laura, it features a cop shooting. The book says, quote, "The cop shot him because he was black. They don't like black men," quote. The question is, what impact does this have, this kind of story, on a child's attitude toward police? And contrary to what Dr. Kendi said, the book leads with skin color as being determinative of whether a person is good or bad. This is not what kids need to be marinating in at school.
Well, aside from all of that, which is all correct, his commentary that he gets paid handsomely for, I can't even imagine how much he gets paid for most appearances. But he says racism is swirling around teaching, and white kids are taught that they're right because of white, and black kids are. Where is this happening? I think he needs to start naming the schools where that has been happening before he arrived on the scene. Okay. That's just, the AFT is also recommending the picture book, Not My Idea. It's about whiteness. It teaches white kids they have privilege and contribute to white supremacy. Oh, Raymond.
Yeah,
Raymond,
Laura,
you just have to check your white fragility right here, Raymond. Come on.
Well, again, we're doing exactly what Ibrahim is, he's condemning this, but we're teaching white kids they're bad because they're white. I don't understand any of this. What needs to happen, Laura, we need to show great black and white lives, abolitionists and founding fathers like John Adams and people like Nat King Cole and Louis Armstrong and sports stars. We need to see the firmament of the races that made America what it is, and let kids make that determination. They'll see the struggle and the progress. Now, I want to show you this. This is a Minneapolis teacher that the AFT featured at the top of tonight's session. Look.
Oh, God.
I'm just a school teacher. I didn't know that we would be in the middle of a revolution, but knowing that we have the support of the union, of my fellow teachers, I'm so proud.
Is that the syllabus? Is that the syllabus? I mean, she can do whatever she wants in her private time or protest or whatever. That's fine. But is that the classroom, or are we just dispensing with formal teaching completely? I'm just, again, much of what they're doing is racist. They claim it's anti-racist. That's a cute trick. Most of it is racially affecting kids' mindset in I think a lot of it is very negative, and it's sad. I think it's sad. There's great black writers, great black thinkers. All of them should be highlighted, but don't demonize people based on race. It's just wrong. Raymond, Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.